Are you wondering what you're having for dinner tonight? My name is Cassandra Coleman, and I'm with the Texas AgriLife Extension Service, and I've got the answer for you. Today we're going to make a quick, easy meal that I think you'll really enjoy, and it doesn't require a lot of ingredients, and it's called spicy shrimp salad. So let's get started. What it takes to make this is really simple, really quick, inexpensive, and delicious at the same time. You'll need 8 cups of spinach, a cup of tomatoes, or you could use a half a cup if you would like. It's whatever your preference is. I like to use the cherry tomatoes because it's a lot prettier, but you could change that if you would like. And it's high in lycopene, so that's a good thing. A 1/4 cup of onion, 1 1/2 tablespoons of garlic. And again, this is one of those recipes that you could be flexible on to make it fit your own. If you use the minced garlic, such as this that's out of a jar, you can also use the cloves of garlic, and it would take 3 of those. A tablespoon of oil, and this is olive oil, which I prefer to use because it's high in monosaturated fats, so that's really healthy. A jerk seasoning, and you can use whatever seasoning that you want that's really spicy. I like the jerk because the jerk seasoning really flavors the shrimp well. And then also the 1 cup of shrimp is what you would need. And this is deveined shrimp, and it's been peeled. If you want to save some money, you could peel your own, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just did this to make it a lot quicker today. I use the small shrimp, but you can also use the medium shrimp. I mean, you can really use the extra large if you want, but it makes it a little bit easier to eat if it's the medium or the small. To thaw this, also one tip is instead of just placing on the counter, which is really not a wise thing due to foodborne illnesses, what I recommend is for you to run it under cool running water for no more than 30 minutes to defrost it if you buy it frozen, or to defrost it in the refrigerator. And that just makes it a lot safer, and you won't get sick, and there's no likelihood that anyone else will get sick. So what I'm going to do is start the skillet. You want to get it to medium to high heat. Place your olive oil in the skillet. And if you want, you could go ahead and put your jerk seasoning on there too. Just kind of mix it up. And just let that sit there. Put your garlic in. We're going to get right back to that shrimp in a moment. I'm just going to kind of evenly distribute this. And if you notice, you can hear a sizzle. That's what you want to hear. That's your goal. Once you get that, you want to turn it down just a little bit because shrimp does not take very long to make at all. Shrimp is really good for you. It's high in iron. It's healthy, low fat, low calories. Oh, this smells great. I wish you could be here to enjoy this with me. And I bet you wish you could be here too. It's really good. And I'm just kind of evenly distributing this across the pan so that way you don't have any lumps that may not be cooked. And like I said, this really is a really quick meal. It's easy. I'm going to put the onion in there right now. And all that we'll leave with the ingredients at this point when you're making this at home is the spinach and the tomatoes. Shrimp does not take long, especially if you use small shrimp such as this to cook. So be very, very watchful. This isn't something where you want to go run an errand real quick and come back because you might overcook your shrimp and it'll be chewy, and you don't want to get chewiness. So we're just going to let it sizzle in here and warm up and cook. It'll start to turn an opaque color. That's your goal. That's what you're looking for. Oh man, this smells great. What's really nice about this is if you have frozen shrimp in your freezer and you're not sure of what to cook, and the other ingredients are really at hand a lot, you can make this really fast if you have surprise guests or family members. They'll think that you've been preparing for it. And I think people tend to stray away from the shrimp whenever they choose a meat. And I think the reason is they think it's expensive. You can really get, I got a pound of shrimp at a local grocery store, and it's the small shrimp, which is less expensive, for about $6. It's 5 something a pound. So you don't have to really splurge, and the other ingredients didn't cost very much either. And we'll talk about the price per serving in a moment. So you'll see that steam coming off, you'll hear the sizzle. That's a good thing. That's what you're looking for. Oh, that garlic is great. It's got such a great aroma to it. I'm just going to kind of turn it to where it's on different sides. I don't know if you noticed too, this doesn't have very many ingredients in it. I love dishes that don't have very many ingredients in it. And I've got a friend, her name's Brenda. She doesn't like to try new dishes because she says she's afraid she'll buy the items and not like it. Well, one way you can get around that that if you don't like spinach, for example, you could put on noodles with the fresh bed noodles that are steamed or boiled. You could put on a bed of rice that's wheat and use the wheat noodles too, so you're still staying healthy. So you could change this up to make it fit what you would like. Just going to let it cook a little bit more. Usually takes about 1 to 3 minutes for it to prepare, and that's okay. But like I said, this is not a dish I would walk away from, just to ensure that you don't overcook it. Because as you see, it doesn't take very long at all. It'll have a nice kind of pink color to it. And even if you buy them to where you have to shell them, that still does not add a lot of time on there. Like I said, just make sure you don't put it on your countertop. You don't want to get sick. All right. So now we're about to add the spinach, which means we're almost done. I'm telling you, this is fabulous. What you have to watch is not eating the whole thing. So I'm going to turn this down just a little bit to where it's to medium heat. I'm going to place the spinach in there. There's some recipes that say that you could put half the spinach in at a time. You could do that if you're comfortable with that, or if you've got a smaller skillet. But with this one, with the skillet being the size, we're okay. And if you're more comfortable using a spoon, it's whatever your preference is. And what you want is for the spinach to start wilting. So don't be afraid if it starts looking a little mushy, that's okay. And that's another thing. If you want to do the salad on a cold salad with the spinach, for example, you can leave it in the refrigerator and never even put it in the pan, and just put the shrimp in the refrigerator to cool it, and then place it on your salad later. And you could put romaine lettuce, the spinach, and just have a salad with it if you don't like it cooked. Now some people I know like it cooked a lot to where it's very wilted. That's fine, and there's no problem with it. Just remember, the more you cook it and the more that it wilts, the more nutrients are being cooked out of it. That heat breaks it down. You're still doing good, so you're not hurting anything, but just keep that in mind. Oh, this looks great. I'm not bragging, but it looks delicious. I made this for some friends the other night, and they really liked it. Like I said, it was fast and easy and simple. Okay. And basically, you pretty much almost have your dish. So what I'm going to do is pick up the plate and place it on there so we could plate it and you can see the completed project. Oh, and I wish you could smell this. It smells great. This looks like something you'd get at a restaurant. And by the way, the serving for this is under $2 a person when you're serving 4, and I believe $1.26 when you're serving 6. So I don't know where you can eat for under $2 a person, especially shrimp. And it's healthy because you know what's in it. Doesn't have a lot of butter in it, has olive oil, so it's very good. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'll do that right here so you can see real well. Let's put some tomatoes on top just to add some color. And there you have it. There's the completed product. Something easy to do. I've plated it. The colorful plate adds to it also. You could serve it with some toast. Basically, you could serve anything with it that you would like. You could keep it light and just leave it as a salad. Like I said, it's under $2 per person when you're serving 4 and under $1.50 when you're serving 6. Please remember, if you're ever looking for a recipe or if you ever need help in reference to preparing foods or finding recipes, to contact the Texas AgriLife Extension Service. We're there for you and we'd be happy to serve you. Thank you and have a great day.